The tree was there as a test of faithfulness, and it was there to test whether or not his image bearers will submit to him and honor him and glorify him as God, or if they will seek to supplant him. And of course, the latter happened. And that was the actual sin. You see, a lot of people say, man, God did all this punishment and was so angry about all this, and all this terrible stuff happened because they ate fruit. No, it's because they tried to supplant God, because they raised their fists in his face. They rebelled against him. They said, no, we will not follow you. We will decide for ourselves what is good, and we've decided that you're not good. We're going to make up our own minds about what is true and what is right. That was the actual sin. That was the original sin. And as a result of this sin, they died spiritually. Right after they eat of the fruit, there's a change that occurs. They were previously naked and unashamed. They were holy and they were happy. They were righteous and they were sinless. As soon as they take a bite of that fruit, all of a sudden, all that changed. And suddenly they came to know good and evil by doing evil, and their consciences were condemning them. And this is reflected further in their sudden awareness that they are naked. They are naked and are ashamed of their nakedness. They were naked and unashamed, and now they are naked and ashamed. How did they disobey God so easily regarding the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? How can those without sin choose to sin? And furthermore, why did God even put that tree there in the first place? I mean, if he didn't want them to eat from it, then don't put it there. Because it appears that God set them up to fail. Even if we conclude, even if we were to say, yeah, God set up mankind, well, guess what? He set himself up too. Because he didn't isolate himself or remove himself from the situation. He set himself up as well, because you see, on the cross, the second person of the Trinity, Jesus, the Son of God, endured in his soul and in his flesh the crushing punishment for Adam and Eve's sin, and Abraham's sin, and Moses' sin, and Noah's sin, and my sin, and your sin. Why did he allow himself to feel the wrath and experience that curse that came crashing down on him while he was on the cross? So that we might know God even more fully than Adam and Eve even knew him prior to the fall. They knew him as their creator. They knew him as their provider. But what was the one thing they didn't know about him? They didn't know his grace. They didn't know his forgiveness. They did not know him as their Redeemer. Paul says in 2 Corinthians, "For God who said, 'Let light shine out of darkness,' has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ." This is why he permitted fall.